We set the trend in the script.
Absolutely. You are, you have been, you will be under the roof.
Snip this glue, get in the zone, because we got to go do something. So that's what we did. And I'm going to be honest with you, I used to like it. You got people from the east and the west and different places, you know, to come over and groove with us.
Was Hoover Groovers a part of Hoover? You know, never met a Hoover Groover. Me and you was never in my life. But
a part of what was called the Bonzella Crips.
Hoover Groovers ain't started no Hoover Crips. And we hit that hand moving on you, walking in your house.
Wait, do that again.
Hit that hand moving on you, that messed up your whole party. You are, you have been, you will be under the group.
He already knew when he seen us.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "These motherfuckers, these the ones." Like,
Mm-hmm.
and he grabbed me and Devil and said, "Come here, I want to show you something." And he took us upstairs and showed us his sister Granny, and was like, "Man, do she be with them?" Like, and I guess giving them enough time to go. He knew,
yeah,
and
saved them,
yeah.
So
you know what I mean. So I respected it because that was his sister, and I had a lot of love for fella back then.
Yeah, so
you know,
I just you know, like I say, see, I think it's pertinent. I think our history is incomplete if we don't divulge our history in its completeness. You know what I mean? Just tell it like it is, you know, whether we like certain parts or aspects of our history, you know, it still needs to be discussed and confronted, you know. That's a part of our history. You know what I mean? Whether we like it or not, that's a part of our history. I heard it said there are two other sets that have ties to this Hoover shit. Homies don't want to talk about, you know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is, and this is not new to me, but the 60s, we went 6 Trey Hoovers, you know? And when I first heard, I said, bullshit.
Well, you know, back then, my brother, you know, he even get on me, get on us sometime. But my brother and them was, you know, my brother and them and all them, you know, even the other homies, big homies from the Foe and Trey and all that, they hung out down there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they went in 60 hood.
Come on, man. like it was on the set.
Yeah.
So to speak. You know what I mean? Menlo.
Yeah, Menlo.
You know?
Yeah, but you know UGs too though.
Right. But see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the 107 UGs. That's they connected like the homie Pookie, his brother from UG, the homie Punkin. A lot of them is like are like the big homies' little brothers and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People don't know that, but they was all connected like that. A lot of the big homies like Pookie and them, all them, they little brothers and shit from UG. Okay. So a lot of them was like I said, they was connected. They would have been Hoovers. They would have been Hoovers. They used to come over Devil House. A lot of them, you know, they used to come over Devil House. Matter of fact, to keep it real, like I said before, you know, I'm not putting nobody down, but if you ask any motherfuckers that was banging back then, it was hard to be a Hoover.
It was hard to be a Hoover. And I only bought, actually, what made me think or wanted to bring up the 9-0 question was you saying that. It was hard, and it clicked. I saw the interview with Miz, and he's, what do you say? Not only was it hard, he didn't know how. You know what I mean? And I imagine that go for a lot of individuals. You know what I mean? It was hard, you know. I mean, I was growing up like, damn, this shit, you know. But I learned wait my turn. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was rough. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. That said, man, let's move on, man, because you know that question that I brought up about them, it's gonna happen. You know, we're gonna be able to have that conversation with a couple of them guys in the very near future. I want to ask you guys about some things, man. One,
I remember as a kid though, I used to write Hoover blood removal. So that's just,
I did that, yeah.
Excuse my term, but that's just how it was, because at that time we was just basically getting into it with the Bloods.
Yeah, we was gang banging. So
everybody,
at that time, right.
I know I wrote that. I never, like I said, I never met no Hoover Groover. I don't know about that. I don't go that far back, but I do know about that part.
Okay, so yeah, that was just something I thought I asked you guys both. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a conversation. Well, it's a question I ask most that come on. I got it, from some straight down, stumped down dudes like, nah, man, that never was a part of that. But again, I've heard it from other cats like, oh yeah, they was right there, on such and such, But okay, this is the question I got, man. And you already said it, and I think you know too. Who started the Hoovers?
Hoover Joe.
I would say that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's part of your history, right? Growing up, that's what you learned.
That's what matter of fact, I didn't only learn that. I remember when the homie came in the turf with Moo.
He talk highly of Moo, man.
Yeah. Moo was a
love
man.
Moo.
You know what? I tell a lot of people portray Moo when you say Moo as he was just, if you look at him, he'd kill you. And
he was
all
demonized,
Moo,
so to speak.
Moo was more like, Moo was like, man, he was like anybody's big brother and anybody's little brother. I mean, he was like, I used to be able to talk to Moo about anything. He was like my guidance back when I was young. You can always talk to Moo. And Moo always taught us, like I said, our history and who's who and stuff like that. And when he, like I said, he introduced me to Hoover Joe. And I remember being on 4800. My favorite time on 4800 was the Machine in Motion. And Hoover Joe was in the motherfucking Machine in Motion. And that's what let me always tell me, what I'm saying? Hoover Joe, and I was like, I'll give it up, like,
everybody
name.
But everybody did do the cage, and they were saying it more powerful than us.
Yeah, but see, all these people now that try to like put Hoover on a different level, they forget about that crip call. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because when we was Hoovers banging real hard, our whole goal was to be one of the number one motherfucking Crips.
Bottom line.
You know what I'm saying? We wanted to be top line Crips.
Yeah, and down.
I remember creasing my motherfucking blue rags up, putting them in the back.
Man. But
hey, I wanna add some on to that question you asked me. I can't leave off my nigga Big Bam from the tray.
Come on, man. All right. Shout out to
That's
Bam.
my nigga right there.
For sure. I had who I was talking to. Oh, one of the homies, man, T-Bird, matter of fact, been talking to him. They've been back and forth chopping it up and shit. So I'm hoping for a call. Man, he can call me collect shit. I want to holler at him too. Man, but yeah, shout out to Bam, man. We love him, man. Real solid cat.
Yeah, my brother speak highly.
Real solid cat, real solid dude. I got another one for y'all, man. And this was in the news, internet news, about 4 months ago. 107's turning crip again, so to speak. It's the most ridiculous shit I heard. Because I know, it never stopped being crips.
Well, 107 ain't never stopped. 107 ain't Hoover, period. 107 ain't never stopped being Crips.
Come on, man.
We always, like I said, we always wanted to fight that we the new, we one of the top notch Crips. It just tripped me out when people portray that, but I think they portray it because of our younger generation.
Okay. And we're gonna get to that question too. I think we should. I think we bringing this up. Yeah. So you can go ahead. Matter of fact, that was the next one. Go ahead.
Well, I had to kind of to keep it real. I had to kind of get familiar with that because my son with the criminal.
Okay.
Because I came home, my son, he rest in peace right now. He was one.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have that discussion with your son. And I used to always try to like enlighten him about how hard it was for us to be Hoover Crips. And I told him I just felt that just as me, I'm not putting the new generation down or nothing like that, but fought hard as we fought for 107 to be one of the top-notch Crips over there on the West Side, that I was more mad that anything letting another motherfuckers be like thinking that they can say Hoovers is not Crips. That burnt me up because, like I said, as a kid, as growing up, as being a gang member, that was something that we fought for.
Yeah.
You know, we fought for it. And just to give it up, no. You know, but my son, he rest in peace. I love him. I never stopped loving him, but he was a criminal, but I respect him. Like I said, that was that's the new generation. And you know, like I said, my brothers, when Hoover came out, when 9-2 came out, they was a new juggernaut. You got to remember, it's different juggernauts coming. You know, when my big homies left, you know, that second generation hit, then we had a third flow, you know. I guess that's how it go, bro.
What about you, Doboy? What's your take on that? What's your stance on that? The Crip question first, and then you talk about the criminal thing too. 107 being Crips again, like I say, as if 107 or Hoover period for a lot of us stopped being.
Well, Crips. we had some generals on that video that explained it.
And
you know, that's all need to be said. They explained that's just how we feel because the homie in that video, the homie Vulture, you know what I mean, he was a stump down Hoover Crip. You know what I'm saying?
I grew with him.
That's why you see Devil them on that video breaking out them blue rags to bury the homie with. So that's what we under. That's what the homie Vulture fought for.
Right. He never stopped being a Crip. You know, and like I said, my address to that was y'all out there, media, wherever y'all got it wrong. Never stop being Crips. You know, that's what I was seeing on the internet. Most of the, captions was 107 the Crips again.
Nah, that's
hold on.
I mean, we had like a sprinkle, you know, a little younger generation.
Yeah.
You know, that's claimed criminals, but for as my generation, us, it's always been Crips.
Yeah. I already know.
It's gonna continue to be Crips.
And your take on the criminal phenomenon, this new thing, man. Well, it's not even really new anymore, actually. You know, and it got legs. It's been since the late 80s.
Only thing about that I could say is I hate how it kind of like separated the homies
from what other sets, other Crips, or the set.
The set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The older and the generation, so to speak.
Sir, you know, you could be talking to a little homie or something, and you cousin, and I ain't no Crip. You know, but where did I can't even really speak on it because that's what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I know personally, I'm a Crip. I'm gonna stay a Crip. You know what I'm saying? I'm not anything other than that.
Yeah, I have to tell you that is a debate that the next generation after we go, get to talk to all the G's and founders, man. That debate is going to be had also. That's something I can't wait to see how that's going to go. I've had guys get at me about it, man. Well, can we have a round table to have that discussion? No, not yet. I don't think that's something that's feasible. That's going to happen anytime soon because you have yet to get the criminals on here to see if they even know how to express or explain, the question, why'd y'all, well, the question is why'd y'all fold? Me, I've done both. I've done both. Y'all older than me, the generational wars have changed. They, a lot of shit changed. I've done both. I can express, my stance, what I mean? And my stance is that I've never stopped being a Crip. I've never disavowed Crip. You know what I mean? Never, But I also represent a criminal, to support my homies, you know what I'm saying? Boom, our thing too, what I can say, or part of our get down is that Hoover first. Hoover's first. I mean, it ain't Crip, then Hoover. It ain't criminal, then Hoover. It's Hoover first. I could say Hoover Crip. It ain't You can't have that C without that H.
Right.
That's first, you know. So if I'm asked, I'd say, hey man, this Hoover first on me. I don't have to even explain that. If you think I gotta explain that it's Hoover first, you got shit fucked up. That's what I represent first, you know. But we're gonna have that conversation. I'm pretty sure, man. It's gonna be a deep one. It's gonna be a deep one. A lot of homies are not pleased with it. The transition, that's what I call it. It's a transition, you know. A lot of homies don't agree with it, you know. Change is inevitable, you know. Change is inevitable. If you look at the generations now, you see the change even happening on the H, where these cats are saying verbs. Well, Hoover at though, you know. It's a cold twist, man. They saying verbs now. Not saying Hoover on verbs, like yeah. So that argument is like the criminal argument. From crip to criminal, what the fuck is a criminal?
You know what though, bro? That's why I kind of like, you know, I dig your platform because it also educate the young ones. I believe, like a lot of little homies and shit like that, little homegirls. And let me give a shout out to all the motherfucking Hooverlettes.
Yeah,
because like in this line, when we was doing our thing, man, they was on the front line with us. So it's a lot came through with that, but you know, like the young generation, man, if they hear their history and know why they here and why they said it's here, maybe they understand and have a farther look, like
greater
I said,
respect for it,
and do like me and a couple of other homies did, pick the torch up. You know, don't be afraid to pick the torch up. You know, some gangs, like I say, I always looked at like they satisfied where they are. Yeah. They never not trying to achieve higher. Right. And that's just how Hoover was. We was always trying to push it higher. You know what I'm saying? We ain't satisfied, you know, and that's how they got to be.
What's the next level?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do we get to the next level? So you saying that, I had a conversation with some young homies, man, about a month ago. And I told them, man, y'all backwards in the sense that y'all doing what we did and y'all ain't doing it right. You know, the hope is, you know, when the father has a son, is that the son always elevates. You know what I mean? You don't do what the father did. He elevates, you know, not to outdo his dad, but the growth, you know what I'm saying, of that line, you know what I mean, of that prodigy, you know, it's to elevate. It's not for him, you know, to do what I did. You know what I'm saying? I think that's backwards. I mean, it's stagnant. It's stagnant. It ain't going nowhere. So I said, man, y'all not doing this shit right. You know? Ain't nowhere in the world y'all supposed to be talking about y'all doing what we did. Elevate the game, you know what I mean? And talk about as far as this Hoover shit, when it come to money, businesses, you know what I'm saying, how we carry ourselves, you know what I'm saying? What are y'all creating? What is new trend that everybody's, oh, that's the shit. Let me jump on that. You know, what are y'all doing? What are y'all bringing to the table? Y'all on our shit. Where y'all shit? You know, so when I talk to them, that's what I talk to them about. Growth. You know, hey man, how you gonna get?
So you gonna get something on your broadcast?
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is what the platform for. My hope is that, man, the homies understand, like you said, man, they get the history. They come on, man, what you got? Pitch it. Pitch it. You know, how is it going to help you to grow? Become a better individual, man, help your community. This is what the podcast is about. It's 4 phases to it. The history is one thing. Our origins is one thing. But honestly, how we go about living life, man, as individuals, as people, as a community is a whole nother thing, man. Because we in the now. You know what I mean? We right fucking now. You know? So I always tell them, hey, man, you got something? Come on. They ain't even got to wait their turn. If it's dope, it's the shit. I don't mean literally. If it's the bomb shit, you gotta come on, man. I get a whole segment. Pitch it. Help yourself. You gotta give me shit. I ain't getting nothing anyway. But this is what this platform is for. It's for our homeboys and our homegirls to elevate. You know, elevate mind. First, let's deal with this history shit, these origins. You know, where we come from, man, and why we need to understand how we need to be getting to somewhere other than where we at, because it's fucked up. You know, that's what this platform about, man. So I love the young homies too. I love the homegirls, man. Like you said, man, they are pillars in our community, man. They don't get enough respect. We stumped down. Even today, good homegirls. I'm disrespecting them, treating them like shit, and all kind of old shit. I think that shit's foul. You know, this platform exists as me saying that. That's why it exists. I think that's fucked up. I don't always treat the homegirls.
Yeah, I don't never. I don't know. Like I said, they don't know their history.
They don't.
Because I remember when it was times we was getting down, even at concerts, whatever. Shit, homegirls right on the side of
man.
You know, putting it down, like, you know.
I'm going to Bethune with the homegirls, man. John Muir, man. Fremont, man, and with the business. With the business.
Yeah.
You gotta give them their props, man. And then, like I say though, when we were young dudes, like you say, Moo used to tell G homie, he's the homeboy. We got that, man. That was the shit.
I remember when Sam came home, and he came home and Moo was there. And he was like, Sam was looking around like, because you know, back then, you know, on a hot one, you do like 5 years.
Whoa, yeah.
You know, you go to YA or whatever. You do like 5. Sam got out, seen us, was like, who's these little motherfuckers?
Yeah.
Moo was like, these little motherfuckers, damn. So slap box with us, you know, back how we used to do back in the day, slap box and all that. He said, yeah, we're gonna go to Washington tomorrow. Took us up there and, you know, show the big homie what we can do. Man. And he was like, yeah, these little motherfuckers right here.
With the business. And that's something I like to say, man. Again, I think that you said it earlier in terms of your growth, man, and how you wouldn't have it no other way, so to speak. You know what I mean? I appreciate everything I've been through, and I like to think that the homies who like stumped down in this, man, you know, not active no more, but this is what it was for them. They appreciate that shit too. You know? Just, hey, man, I'm not playing with this, man. I love this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But I love it enough to try to, you know, let me give something to the situation. When you talk to the homies, man, the homegirls, I'm pretty sure you're not telling them, you know what I mean? You're not, I don't, you know, what you doing? You know, what the fuck you doing, man?
Yeah, I remember when I came home from prison one time, and I got a little cousin. She from PT.3 Hoover. And I got out, and you know, she was my little cousin. That's my mother's sister's daughter, and that's what made me. I always respected the homegirls, but I came home, and you know, her name was Sabrina, and they called her Bowack. And I was like, "Look at my little cousin," you know, and she was like, "Boom," introduced me, you know, stepdog and all of them, you know. I was like, "Yeah, these homegirls right here, real
homegirls, man, homegirls, man, you know." And they on some positive shit. They, you know, they see it too. You know what I mean? You know, the homegirls do their thing, man. They with the community, man, in a lot of ways, man, trying to help build some shit up, man, you know, improve situations for individuals. But again, man, the podcast, man, it exists for that. You know, like, yeah, we here to tell the story in terms of our history. At the same time, man, if we do this shit right, ain't no telling what, come on the show, man, ain't no telling what you're going to, you know, what you can accomplish from that, you know. If you're not a rap, you know, bring your beat. I don't give a fuck, you know. Might go viral, you know what I mean? You want to sit up and do a one-man act, because you want to be an actor, come on. Shit. I don't get it. That's what it's for. It ain't just for our history, man, and our origins, man. It's to help find a way, man, to elevate us, man, get us off the ground. So that's why I do this, bro. But I appreciate the fact that we could go first through the G's, you know, and get these stories, man, so that they can get this shit. That's what I appreciate about it. And I'm hoping they appreciate it as much. You guys taking time to come out, man, and holler. And it ain't just y'all, but I know for a fact, you guys' presence gonna bring other motherfuckers, other individuals, G's out of the woodwork. Like, hey, man, I want to come on the show. Come on, man. More than welcome. Need you on the show. You know,
we was watching the broadcast all the time.
Yeah.
And I kept saying everybody had something to say about 107, how it came out. You know, like I said, it wouldn't be right for me to not let them know. We was built on a gang of down motherfucking Hoovers, like that was like soldiers down motherfuckers that was putting it down. They was putting it down so hard they wasn't here. You know, so a lot of times people was always thinking that Moo, they always remember when Moo was like with us. Like, you know, that's how far they go back. They don't go back from the beginning. They go back to the end. But like I said, Moo was our general. You know, he kept us. He made sure we grew right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he used to always, that was his favorite word to us was, man, he used to tell me, your brother gonna love you, man. Or he'd say the big homie's gonna love y'all. That's just how it's supposed to be.
Let me ask you something, Doboy. It's now a lot of we're labeled a game. In your mind, is Hoover more than that to you? Or are we political?
Yeah.
Or are we in the word almost like revolutionary, but military minded? You know what I mean? Are we that? You know, are we I think some of us are financial gurus, figure it out, you know, how to get that money. Are we more than a game?
I would say all of the above.
Yeah. Based on
you got certain homies, you know, you got certain homies that deals with just in those categories. You know what I'm saying? I know them. You know what I'm
we ain't
saying?
all
so
shooters, so to speak. It's we many hats in this get out.
Yeah. So, like I say, I know him. I would say we more like an organization. You know what I'm saying? For as right now, because back then we was all banging.
Yeah.
You know, we was like the homie spoke on it.
Were we tighter back then? Were we more organized back then?
Way tighter.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't
organized.
just tightness. Hoover had love. And I remember when we'd be way in the hundreds and it'd be 30 of us walking all the way to motherfucker to a party on 74. You know, that's just how it was. Wishing a motherfucker tried to do something, throwing rocks at cars, giving it up. You know, it was a lot of love back then, man. And the same vice versa, the foes and you know, everything they have come up that way, you know, and I'm not going leave out Five Deuce.
Man.
I had a lot of soldiers, a lot of down motherfucking homies from Five Deuce.
Come on, man.
And Fortrad, you know, my homie Rico and, you know, Judah Bean, all them, you know, I had, you know,
Joe Baby,
you know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, I was at that time in my life when I was a youngster, though, Hoover was my everything. I mean, I gang banged. Hoover was like, I woke up, I remember Devil used to iron, homie, before we went to the skating ring. He'd put 107 creases in his motherfucking khaki shirt and 107 creases in his motherfucking pants. And you know, Devil might take 4 hours to do it. But that's just how we was, you know, with the hanging earrings, with the blue rag. I mean, we was, you know. Did you have a cane too back in the day? I didn't. I carried. I had a gun.
No, well, that too. But did you?
That was my cane.
Did you ever had a cane? Nah.
I
remember the canes and shit with the blue rags on them and shit.
Yeah, I did a cane before, but that wasn't me. I had, you know, like I said, I had idolized a lot of my big homies, and I liked the guns and shit. You know?
Yes, sir. I can dig it. Hey, man. You know this thing, man. Like I said, you know. I appreciate y'all coming on here to talk about, I think, what needs to be discussed and heard about, you know, our people, you know, Hoovers. You know, so the same question I'm gonna ask him, I ask you, we more than a gang? Are we more than a gang?
It's two different eras. You talking about now or then?
Shit, now too. It's both. Give me an expression on that. What do you think?
Like I said, it's different now. I don't really, you know, like I said, I don't really be out there with like the new generation.
Right.
Hoover always been like family to me. You know what I mean? I see some of the little youngsters, you know, some of the little homies and shit like that, but I say more like a organization. But back then it was different because we were family. It was like Hoover was Hoover, you know?
Yeah. Real shit. I think nowadays, most of what we call our younger generation, they all family. You know what I mean? They mamas and daddies was from the set, you know, shit like that, you know. So it surprises me that they, to a large degree, don't understand or, you know, don't get it. You know, maybe that's some of our problem too. You know what I mean? We might be at fault as a result of, you know, kind of dropping the ball or whatever. But I think that Hoover's potential, like, it's huge. It's huge. We wherever the fuck we want to be. You know what I mean? Whatever we choose to be, we're gonna be that. You know. I'm hoping that, man, when y'all come on here, or anybody come on here, we express it to them, man. Hey, man, we can be astronauts. That's what the fuck we want to be. You know what I mean? So, you know, what that take? What does that entail, man? The structure, you know, the guys and shit, you know, have some education, being educated. So when y'all come on here, homie, y'all being here educated, a lot of motherfuckers, including myself. So I appreciate it, you know.
Yeah,
I had another question, man. And this is going back to some old school shit as we was, you know, as you were kids or we were kids. Can each of y'all, anyone of y'all share with me or share with us an iconic memory that you had as a kid, you know, like some back in the day shit that kids have, you know, and if you mention it, other motherfuckers be like, oh, hell yeah, I remember that. That was the shit. Da-da-da. You know what I mean? You got something for me?
Iconic.
It could have been a goddamn TV program or a commercial. So we did as kids, you know, hitting gates, hitting fruit trees, jumping roof to roof or whatever.
Now that was me.
Roof to roof?
Hitting fruit trees.
Shit, man. Fruit trees.
Man.
Yeah,
Low quad.
Knew everyone. You know every fruit tree? You ever had them neighbors, man, that didn't want, they had enough fruit for the whole street, but didn't want you in their tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a coast.
I was as a kid, my favorite memories, I hate to say it because I was a misfit. And so I hung around misfits. And my favorite thing was when me, Chicken Ed, Monster, Mac, from 11 Deuce, you know, Lurch, we all used to go to like Downey, Norwalk and shit like that. And we'd knock out white dudes and take swings. And that's how and that's how we got our knockout. You know what I'm saying? We'd be like, I bet you can't knock him out.
You can't knock him out. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We swings was the shit then.
We used to go to USC. That's where we used to get him at. Yeah.
You know, I hate to say it. I hate to say that on the broadcast, but
that's what we
was
did.
my memories that it was so fun. That's what we did. You know, it was like almost like shooting dice. You know, you betting that the motherfucker knock a motherfucker out.
I bet you came here.
And I used to look at some of the dudes with the biggest heads, and I tell Cody like, I bet you can't knock him out. You know, that's why you ever notice one thing about Monsters, Knuckles is like back here.
Yeah,
he fired so many people. You know, that's what we was knockout artists. I had a leather glove with like 2 little red balls.
Yeah, I know the one.
I used to call it my little red glove. You know, Lurch and knock them out. You know, Mac. You know, that's what I gave.
Oddly enough, watch. A lot of dudes were gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, that was shit. Yeah, the fruit trees though. That's one. That's an iconic memory for a lot of people, man. Hitting them fruit trees and shit. Loquats, man. What? Apple trees. I remember peaches, grapes, grapevines and shit. You know,
grapevines. Yeah.
All that shit, man.
I used to like them figs too.
Oh, I used to tear them red figs up, man. We had a tree in our backyard. Them red figs, once they ripe, super sweet,
apricots.
Man. Apricots. Well, I like, apricots.
Apricots, and to me when I was young, apricots and peaches had to be a little green for me to like.
For you to like? Because they was I used to
had that crunch
on mine. That crunch, and that bitterness.
Yeah,
shit. That was the shit too back in the day. Look, man, I wanted to hit y'all with that, man. We running out of time, actually, man. Like I said, man, one, it's an honor, man, to get you guys here, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Red. Appreciate it, Doboy. You know, it's an honor, man. Y'all being here, like I say, I'm pretty sure other individuals, man, that's straddling the fence or whatever case may be, gonna say, oh, man, wait a minute. Just to get down, man, you know. Just to get down. So it is to get down. Come on the show, man. Sit down with us, man. Chop it up, man. Give some history up, man, because we need it. You know. On that note, man, we'll give y'all an opportunity, man. Some shout outs, man. Let the loved ones know how y'all feel, how y'all, you know, you miss them, you love them, whatnot. Oh, right quick. Just in memory, a lot of homies, man, that didn't pass. You know what I'm saying? Ben O's, Hog, Vulture Gone, You know what I mean? Just loved ones, you know, and I knew them. That was y'all's, you know, they raised me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when I first get to YTS, Benos was there and looked out for me, you know, early 80s. But them dudes are gone, man. I miss them. I know y'all miss them, man. You know, I'm saying that to say that's some history, man, that we won't get from them. You know what I mean? That's gone, that left with them, man. And I think that's a travesty, you know. But they gone, man. Love them, man. You know, shout out to the loved ones, man.
So,
yeah, I want to give shout out to the homie Big Smiley. His mother passed away, Miss Pearl. She was real sweet. All the ladies that was on 107th Street that raised me, and when my brother was gone, and they never treated me no different. All the homies' mothers, Miss Strawberry, you know, Mac moms. I got to give a lot of love to them because these are ladies that was letting me spend the night at their house. You know, Sharon, Renee, you know, everybody, man. Deep love, you know what I mean? That's the respect got to come from Hoover because our mothers and shit, man, that put up with us. And, you know, our neighborhood was like a family. So we always were spending the night over each other's house. Levi moms, you know, all of them, you know. So I just wanted to give a shout out to them and all the Smileys and everybody, you know.
First and foremost, I like to give a shout out to my sister Pam, who passed recently. She was like my OG. You know, even though she was a female, she was just a beautiful person inside and out. You know what I'm saying? And rest well, sis. I love you. You know, my big homies like Red, Sam, Bodine, Hog, he was my day one, not my day one, but my everyday, you know, individual. So just the real homies, big real homies that I'm really giving a shout out to.
I'm feeling that, man. And like I said, condolences on your sis, man.
Appreciate it.
Look, man, this thing is special. You know, and if cats don't get it now, they will. It's special, you know. Shout out, man, to just everybody, man, that's watching, man. Look, man, take care of one another, man. You know, especially you Hoovers, man. Take care of each other. All right. I want to send a shout out to Smack. Back on Fig, what's happening, homie? Love you. Milk, give me a holler, man. Milk TV. China Man, 11 Deuce Hoover. Where you at, man? Get back on your thing, man. Come on. I ain't seen you in about a month. An OG band from Compton. Love you, homie. You my dude, man. Much respect, much love. Kilowatt, call me. Love you, homie. You have, you are, and you will be under the groove. H's. Trade folks, 7-Eleven, the Deuce and the Nine. You have been, you will be under the groove.
But we ain't game banging, this is about education. We trying to educate our youth right now.
Nigga, hey. Said day is the best day. Skip walking across the floor in the best way. From trade to the one way. It's a stump day. LA to the NY. Let this funk play.
Back in them days, it was love, loyalty, respect, and honesty.
That's my nigga Gumby right
Nowadays,
there from the deuce. That's my nigga
hooks, and
Rico
snitches put on pedestals and ventilators.
Say lows on that Hoover shit. HIP, Tommy Moon, one of the hardest poets I ever heard connected with this star shit. Hey, baby Jap and Jap 5, quick to set it off on the mic in the shack live.
When the shit get real and feel to the wheel, and then you will see. Sitting up in that motherfucker, looking at that light center, that death center.
Then they run into the witness stand, telling on their own homeboys.
Hoover stomp all night like this. Hoover stomp.
I know trouble. I know how to start them big ass motherfuckers looking for me.
I'm a New York nigga in the Pacific Sun. I say West Side Hoover if you ask where I'm from. Province California runs, still infusing my lungs. All about my bread. I ain't leaving.
Understand the end game. What's your end game? What's your purpose?
Keep one in the head, or I don't need a gun. I'm with Hawk on Hoover Street with a low rider jump. Hopping down Figueroa with a wholesale and cut. Moving like this, come second to none. Grooving like Scone Young, grooving like Booker Bone. I'm bad to the bone.